Welcome everybody to the two-man power trip, the black man's thought and the nerd lifestyle. I'm Nicholas, Mr. Go With The Flow.
And I'm the man with the plan, Maurice.
And we're back with another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. What's up? Happy almost birthday, co-host.
Yes, that's right. This is birthday eve. Yeah.
Well, actually, by the time we finish this podcast, it should be official. So expect another shout out by the end of this.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, this is still Capricorn season. I'm going to need them Aquariuses to fall back.
I seen that post. Yeah, give that boy his time. Give him
Thank
his
you.
time and his appreciation and stuff like that. All right. So we about to dip into this vibe guy section. I want you to talk before I have whatever the hell I'm about to have today.
All right, man. Listen, I'm happy my birthday is almost here because that means this week is almost over. My coworker has been out sick. So it's been me all week, and I'm over it.
By yourself?
Yes.
Shit.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
Over it. So
all the stresses and woes gone to you?
Yes. Every last one of them. I'm tired of these people. I'm tired this week. Friday need to come on so I can turn up.
You have your half day.
Yes. Oh, yes. I am definitely clocking up out this piece at 12 p.m.
Good.
So, yes, that's what I'm looking forward to. I am counting down work-wise until 12 p.m. tomorrow.
Good. How was your weekend, by the way? I think we was talking about something, and you said you had an interesting weekend, by the way.
Okay. So, now, in terms of the weekend, it's just I've been preoccupied. So, I've been playing Among Us with Kareem and Spirit and just having a blast and just being silly.
Good.
So, I didn't get too much done this weekend because we were just having too much fun.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, man, if you're having stressful weeks that's coming up like this and stuff like that, then it's a good thing that you had a peaceful week or weekend.
Yeah, man, definitely. And so, like we were talking about earlier, I'm looking into how long I want to stay in the hotel.
Yeah. Hey, we trying to figure stuff out and put stuff together so we ready for the weekend in general.
Right, so I'm just looking at options and see how long I want to stay. I'm thinking I may stay till one day. So I don't know if I won't be in the house after being in here all this week with all these stupid people. I'm tired of these four walls.
No, I understand. Hey, man, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Get your breather on.
Right? Yeah. Right, so more to come on that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. Other than that, my week has been okay outside of work trying to drain my soul. Other than that, it's been okay.
Good. So I hear you on that.
Now, you are my co-host.
So, going off from the weekend adventures, stuff was pretty chill. Me and Kenny was chilling all weekend. Saturday, we just went off to the movies. That's kind of it for the most part. The work, now I'm back on my work woes bullshit again. So, this week, there's never a time where I could, appreciate a calm down period or anything where things are just back in motion. That's in general. So, everybody's back to the job. We have our new people that's starting to work there. There was a girl that is in there. She's a new supervisor that kind of has to get learned in on the fly and the scratch and stuff like that. Okay. So after a week of my other supervisor not being here due to COVID restrictions and stuff like that, after a whole week, that new person who's been here for a week has barely been trained by anybody, and that was already a problem. So my supervisor came back and then she was asking what happened. There was other people here that could have trained her and stuff like that, but there was other supervisors that was there that could have trained up, but nobody did anything. So she was just shadowing around us and kind of learning stuff on the fly with that. So that was that first situation. But while the new person was here and she is the supervisor, so she got to sit out on the supervisor meeting. And there was a big meeting going on while we're doing all the work and stuff like that. Us workers did not hear about this meeting, so we had to get the news in from my supervisor, and that's where all the tea was leaked. The head supervisor of supervisors lady had a big shit fest when it came to this meeting, because we're hearing that she was violating X, Y, and Z and talking all this crap about what do you do and what do you do and what do you do and all this other crap that was going on. So me and the rest of the crew and our actual supervisor had a conversation about what happened and what was spoken on this meeting. And what was spoken on this meeting was utter bullshit. So apparently they love to attack us. We are at the main branch that do all the work that gets sent out to other branches or hold our place. We have the largest out of the 3 main locations for the health center, and we do a lot of work. But for some reason, we always get the shit end of the stick and everybody's attacking us all the time. So it was said in this meeting that apparently we don't work and we don't do enough work. So people was throwing heavy shade at all types of people, not only like in Mount Vernon, but I heard my name come up and they was talking shit about me somehow.
Really?
Uh-huh. Yeah. You heard all the stuff I be doing, X, Y, and Z all around.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a part where my supervisor just called me in and she thanked me for all the hard work because she knows I cover so much shit. I cover a lot of shit around there. But I'm hearing in these meetings, they're talking a whole bunch of bullshit left, right, and center about a lot of BS. So they was blaming us on everything. And then the biggest audacity and the biggest strike against everything was one of our supervisors that's in the building with us. She was on the call and she threw everybody under the bus in the most weirdest way. She has the audacity to say that she's out there helping registration and helping the booth. She's barely out there. When last week's situation went down with the snow and everything, that person was there and we had a pile of patients and stuff, everybody coming in, and she didn't help. But she said she's always there in the front line, working with us and stuff like that. And then she had the audacity to talk about, sometimes they're just sitting around, or sometimes they're not working hard enough, or sometimes yo, you don't understand. My main supervisor was on the call and she was high heaven pissed off because we working our ass off and that lady's never around. What she's talking about, we don't work enough, we don't do X, Y, and Z. So it's been that kind of energy towards that lady the entire week. We have been pissed the fuck off. And that lady started to act extra petty towards us somehow because she had main logins for insurances that we need access for. And she's been changing her passwords and stuff like that and not giving us. So she's been exiting us out and making it hard for us to do our work even further.
Sounds familiar.
So it's been a bunch of petty nonsense, a bunch of lies, a bunch of everything thrown at us. Just gets worse. And it's always, when we do these meetings, there's never like a time where they thank us for holding shit down or how things have been, like how we've been surviving through doctors being out, how crazy shit has been, how crazy scheduling is, how we've been trying to train new people on the fly in the midst of all the craziness. And then they just keep asking and asking. My supervisor just came back this week from like all types of shit, from COVID, from vacation, from all that shit. And they're asking her like left, right, and center, when you gonna get this done? When you going to get that done? When you gonna get this done? And then they got people like hounding over her, asking her for forms and stuff like that. She just came back in the lick of fire, and they asking her like 50 things at once. It's a damn mess. They're blaming us for everything. They're attacking us. They lead everything towards us, and it's just a mess. And then like we're getting fed up. Like it's been a shit stake towards business office and our business relations ever since the very beginning when I started working here. I started noticing that very often, and then it's never really a thank you. It's just always how bad you've done.
That's that bullshit. That's that toxic corporate culture bullshit.
Absolutely. And then somebody at the Audacity was talking about our patients are spoiled because our forms isn't that long or something like that. And it was like comparing us to Monty. And I'm like, you can't compare a non-profit like funded general where we barely have any money to do stuff, and our forms are long. Our forms are like, you gotta go through X, Y, and Z, and they had the audacity to talk about our patients are spoiled. Some of our patients can't fill out all this stuff, and we gotta get X, Y, and Z to try and help them and stuff like that, and we going through all kinds of situations. I love how they brought this all up in the meeting, but nobody talked about the time where my supervisor almost got attacked by a patient and how it almost ended up being her fault for just randomly being attacked by a random person, even though we was closed at the time and they was yelling at us. But somebody had the audacity to talk about they wanted to fight my supervisor with brass knucks and shit like that outside, and that person didn't get banned from the health center.
Yeah, they never talk about when you hold it down. They never talk about when you do great. It's always the BS.
Not when you in danger, not nothing. Nothing. Everything is always on you. So that's that work woes bullshit.
Yeah.
So that goes there. And then today I went to the dentist, and here is the utmost bullshit that's been pissing me off for the last couple hours now. After this, I had to take a drink. Alright, so let me cast your mind back to, remember when I had to get my wisdom teeth pulled? You remember that? You remember that situation? How I was talking about I was in pain and all that other shit? Alright, so this wisdom teeth thing was a culmination of about 2 or 3 years of referrals being sent in from the dentist for a while and stuff like that. And he picked specific which teeth that had to be gone, because he said 2 of my wisdom teeth was perfectly fine in place, and 2 of them had to go. And they said it specifically because I kept talking to them for years about, all right, so what do you recommend, what I should do, and what's the policy, and what I should be going after? Everything's fine. All right, I get the referral. It's a copy of the same referrals I've been getting for a long time because he says these are the same teeth that you've always had to take out. I go and finally do the procedure. I go to the specialist. Everything's done. I finish this. I go through horrific pain in August just trying to take out 2. You're listening to my teeth crunch and all that other shit. I described this on detail before, and it was a horrific experience the week that I was here. Kenya watched me the entire week go through pain. I was out of work. It was a mess while I was just laid up here and stuff like that. So I was going through that situation, and after that, I was kind of done with dental stuff for the year. My next appointment was supposed to be, I think, in either November or December for like cleaning or something like that. I pushed it to January just because I needed a breather, and I just didn't want to pay because I don't have any dental insurance. So I didn't want to have to pay for another round already. And this was the week that I'm just paying a lot of stuff between doing some loans, doing some X, Y, and Z, paying off credit cards and stuff like that. So it's been a big like chunk out of my money this week just in general. So I finally got back to doing my cleaning stuff, and I went to go pay the normal big amount for the 2 visits. All right, so here's where the bullshit comes in. I go in, I get my cleaning and stuff like that. I have one dental hygienist ask me, when are you going to get that wisdom tooth taken care of? I was like, what are you talking about? I get it done in August. So I have the head dentist guy that came in, and he comes in and he looks at my x-ray and he looks around and he's like, okay, everything seems fine here, fine here, fine here. Okay, so when are you gonna get that wisdom teeth taken out? I was like, excuse me? I got it taken out in August. The exact ones that you sent and wrote me a referral for. And then he was like, no, that one wisdom teeth that I told you to take out is right there. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? You gave me the referral, the same referral y'all gave like 3-4 times when I came in here to go to the specialist to take out this fucking teeth. What's going on? And then he looked at me like I was supposed to tell the specialist which teeth was this. This is all in the referral that you gave me. I paid $90 for a 5-minute consultation for them to check out the right teeth that you exactly put in the referral just to make sure that they need to be taken out. And he said the same thing. It's just those 2. So I went through this whole procedure, paid all this money, go through this pain and suffering and shit like that. And this nigga tells me that you still have to get that one taken out. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you guys doing? And then I'm looking at them and he's looking back at me like this is my fault.
Hold up.
He's looking straight back at me. And then when I tell him, he's like, oh, it looks like the specialist went into business for himself. And they're all laughing in front of me. And I'm like, this isn't a joke. This isn't a fucking joke. I spent money after waiting about 2-3 years to put this shit all together. And they're laughing. And they're clowning around. I'm like, you wrote the recommendation. They called up. The specialist is literally downstairs. They called upstairs before my procedure just to get a last minute call to make sure all my records are exactly the teeth that is supposed to be taken out. So you're telling me I gone through all this shit where they crunched 2 of my teeth, gone through all this pain, took oxy, all this other bullshit, sat in here and went through all this only for you to tell me they took out 1 correct tooth and 1 wrong wisdom tooth? Excuse me? And you think I'm going back? The fuck?
Yo, I just had to pull one for my co-host. This the
bro. You should have seen the absolute anger I was. And then on top of it, the kicker is that I already paid my money for this visit and stuff like that. The hygienist asked if I wanted fluoride on my teeth. She didn't say it was an extra $30 charge. She said, do you want fluoride on your teeth? I said, sure. Yeah, hook me up. All right. She put that shit on my teeth right before because the hygienist was in there. The head dental guy was in there and they both talking and they don't know what happened. They should have taken out that tooth. X, Y, and Z. I'm like, nigga, I don't know what's going on. I'm sitting in the chair, OD pissed, trying to calm down and shit like that. The lady put the fluoride on my teeth. I was like, okay, that's perfectly fine. I'm leaving to get any other last bullshit stuff that I'm supposed to get. And then the lady in the front desk said, oh, the fluoride was actually $30. I'm like, excuse me? What? So they charged me an extra $30 without telling me.
Yeah, we fighting at this point because, listen.
And then the lady in the front gave me a referral off of the doctor's recommendations and notes and stuff like that. She gave me a referral to take out now, not one, but now the other two. So I'd have to go back to take out the other two. So I'd go through the same situation of hearing that crunch that fucked me up and sitting here for a week in pain again, knowing that what I went through last year and pay about $1,000 again.
Man.
Bro, you should have seen, you should have heard the conversation me and my mom had in the car. Bro, son, full Jamaican powder came out. I cannot. Why you think I was texting you? I was texting between you and Kenya. The absolute bullshit that took... son, I was so mad. By the time I came home, I had to take some shout outs to Tay Eats because I had to pull out the rum punch and I had to mix my shit together with some lemonade I had and I just had to go drinking. And then I took a nap before the shit because I couldn't. With that bullshit and that level of... No. And they took it for joke. They took me and me money for idiot.
Yo, I have never gotten a patois message from my co-host. And I'm like, oh, he must be really hot.
This shit is... They're talking about physical, mental, and my money. They fucking with it all at the same time. Under this same week of the bullshit that's happening at my job.
Wow.
So that's my story. That's literally the come of it so far.
Where'd you go so I know not to go there?
It's somewhere in Yonkers. Honestly, if anybody ends up going to a nigga named Dr. Lewis, just no. Just no. Because this is ridiculous. If you want a Yelp review on that, that's a huge ass mistake because they done popped a tooth that they wasn't supposed to pop. And now they trying to charge me extra and laugh about it. Like, that's not a game.
Nah, that's wild to me because I'm like, how you take out the wrong tooth?
Yep. How you crunch the wrong tooth? Not even take out. Y'all completely obliterated it.
Like, yo. Like,
I'm sitting here, I'm thinking I'm perfectly fine. I'm thinking the worst thing I could have a situation is a cavity. And ever since the cracking of my tooth and stuff like that, I have been brushing, I've been at the amount of shit I add in my daily brushing routine has been ridiculous. So I was just trying to make sure that you ain't telling me no other bullshit so I could get charged something else. Only to find out them motherfuckers missed a whole... Like, what is going on? What is the conversation y'all niggas is having? Why y'all fucking playing around with this and my money?
Yo, that is so wild, and that makes me nervous to go deal with this cracked tooth when I have to go deal with it.
Bro, son, I hate the dentist with a passion, because if it's not one thing, it's something else.
That shit is wild. I see, I'm going to have to keep an eye on them like, okay.
Please, seriously, because these niggas is ridiculous. What the fuck? Why did I go to a whole specialist for this shit to happen?
Yeah, that's...
Yo, y'all have the same information. Send the email down. Send all the information. The consultation, the 5 minutes to check out my teeth was $90.
That's bullshit. And one, I don't see how this happened. If they got a referral, this doctor should have had exactly what teeth need to be taken out.
This was a conversation between up and downstairs, so I blame everybody in every one's soul. Everybody's at fault. And my dentist laughing is not a pretty game. That's not what I'm trying to fuck with.
Yeah, laughing. He lucky he didn't get punched in the face.
Facts. He stared at me like I did something wrong.
Talking about laughing, man. Listen,
he was like, "How do you take out the teeth? What happened? And why are you looking at me?" I'm like, "How? I don't know anything of this profession like that. I can't recommend what teeth to take out. This is the reason I put it off for years, because I don't know what the fuck is going on. I didn't want to go to a specialist to do all this shit."
Yeah, people normally I'm just a calm person, but yeah, they would have had to pull me off the dentist to talk about all this money again, man. They're laughing too, man. Listen,
between that and then leaving to get hit with another charge that I wasn't expecting. Like, this whole week I had all the money planned out with all the shit I gotta spend. Tomorrow I'm getting a haircut and I got money set aside for X, Y, and Z and all this other bullshit. That was at the $30 that I had to pay today was added. This is why I always tell Kenya about emergency money, because you never know what the fuck always happens. So bullshit always happens.
Yeah, emergency money is always a go.
Shit. All right, that's me on my vibe, guys.
Gotta keep some around.
Yep.
Whew, that was quite the vibe, guys.
Yeah. This is work woes, life woes, all that bullshit mixed in. I'm ready to subside so we can send into these shout outs.
Woosah into the shout outs.
Woosah into the shout outs. Alright, to break down these shout outs, starting with first, my beloved girlfriend, the Captain Kenya. Shout outs to her. Black Morpher Podcast, of course. Sentai Fountain of Knowledge, Peter, respect. Job Tears Podcast, Says on Talk, which I think they had their return for the years with that first episode. Respect. Your sports show, as always, True Heel Heat, 2.5 Bros, Race Space Eli recovering. We see you, bro, out there. Get better. It's Relational. Keeping it 9,000. And Spicy Ramen Podcast. They had an episode collab this week. That's super fire. I see that shit. We coming up with collabs pretty soon. Fat Man DKC Respect. FTO Wire. Shonen Tape Podcast. Always showing us new love. RX Superstar Junie. Bad Guy Jack of Unpopular Review. Respect on that. Nerding Out with Chelsea. And a happy birthday to Fantastic Frankie out there. Respect.
My fellow Cap.
Yup. Yeah, y'all doing the back and forth. That shit fire right there. Shout out to our special supporters, Chef Q, Wajane, Respect, Kareem, Josh, Ryan, Lord 69, and Kaden.
Yo, speaking of Kareem, he had me dying.
On what?
Because when I talked to him on Saturday, he was humming the Cowboy Bebop theme. Because he had watched this part of the episode.
Boy, that's why I love my supporters, y'all. There we go. Respect. Me and my co-host appreciate the love, man. The love. We bring it to the people, and that's what's up. So, who's on your list?
Of course, I got my homie Mike, who's just having a rough week.
Oh, see, we gonna be all chilling together.
Yeah, so. Man, nah, he can't even make it. Some wild stuff happened.
Damn.
Crazy. His car, something happened to his car, and whew.
Damn. And this for a confirmation, this is the same Mike that we used to chat with in Amsterdam, right?
Absolutely.
Damn. I wanted to finally hang out with him after all that conversation. I was getting ready. Especially him. He was the aficionado. We went to him for all the information.
He was like, man. Damn. I was like, it just recently happened. I was like, you are done.
See, we got the book. I mean, it's cold over the weekend too, so I understand, but we got to book another time for us all to hang out.
Oh yeah,
that's been a long time coming.
Yeah, we definitely gotta do that. Definitely gonna do that. And like I said, this weekend, homie Spirit, homie Kareem, we just been having a good time. Shout outs to them.
Respect.
Shout out to my coworker who does listen, but she going through it. Get better, homie. Get better.
Come back so my co-host ain't got to stress.
Yes. And honestly, everybody that's been rocking with us at this point.
Facts, man. I see them numbers going up. I mean, also, big shout outs to Mama Dukes just in general, because she always be listening and hounding me about episodes and this and that.
Oh, yeah, because I'm like, I don't want no smoke. I gotta get this out there because I don't want no smoke.
Yeah, we get the stuff out there. She give a listen, so that's good on that. So you good on your shout outs?
Oh yeah, like I said, shout out to people. I see the numbers and the pages going up.
Yeah, I was about to ask you off mic and stuff like that about all the stuff, because I started to see some Twitter views and stuff like that, seeing posts and stuff like that. And we're doing pretty well. I like our gradual
progress,
and stuff like
progress
that.
and growth.
That's what's up.
So you can ask for us, progress and growth.
Oh yeah, big time. We keep chugging on these episodes, and as long as people still liking them, hey, that's respect.
Yep.
So switching into off the cuff. Now, I got something in mind, but I wanted to ask you first of all, do you have any off-the-cuff conversations that you're thinking of that you want to talk about?
Nothing immediately this week. My brain has been all over the place.
Oh, where do you think mine is today?
Yeah.
Mine wasn't really that strong. Mine is just the idea of what we're going to be going through on Saturday. Handling the cold and going out. When it's like freezing and you got events and shit like that, and you still going out. What's your thoughts on that?
I was talking to Janelle about this the other day too. I'm tired of winter. I'm tired of this BS.
Yeah, you be stopping the vibes, man. You be stopping the vibes. You really got to think twice if you want to do what you got to do, because niggas always talking about an Arctic blast or something like that. I'm like, come on, bro. How are we supposed to enjoy shit?
That's one of the reasons why I hate my birthday being in January, is because it's so hard to do certain things because New York weather is unpredictable.
Facts. That's why the time we was lit in Amsterdam was all the way there, and the weather was still here and there, but at least it was appreciative enough where we could go out.
Yeah, it was warm enough where we didn't have any snow. So it rained some, but we didn't have any snow. Here in New York, they say we might get snow this weekend. I'm like, oh, brother.
They talk about Arctic blast. Yo, the video I sent you when them niggas said the negatives, I was like, come on now.
I was like, come on, can y'all give me one win?
Dead ass.
And just trying to maneuver around that and making plans. It's like, okay, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? It's going to be outside. Oh, boy.
It's like, what's going on, man? How you going to maneuver? You always got to think about what you finna wear, what you about to layer up in.
Yeah.
What's about to take this long? Or is it worth waiting outside? Or waiting or dealing with that for. It's just too much.
Yeah, 'cause ain't nobody trying to do nothing outside this weekend.
Bro. This shit's crazy.
It's too cold.
Yeah, so we gonna try and survive and maneuver off of that.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Alright, so that's just a short off the cuff for this week off of that. And we gonna bring an update after this week how we handled the cold and survived the Arctic blast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So dashing off the reboot news. Before the podcast, like I really thought we really didn't have anything to talk about with reboot news. But now that I'm looking straight into it, there's a bunch of shit that's going down. So starting off with, I saw NBC put in the thing that they doing a reboot for Quantum Leap.
Oh wow, that's how those left for you.
Yeah. I just seen it like literally before we hopped up in the podcast. They said they just called for a reboot on that. So I guess we'll see where that develops. I mean, there's that on that. The big talk on reboot this weekend has to do with about, I think, 2 major shows. Now, did you see everybody throwing it around that HBO Max is bringing back Degrassi?
No, I have not heard anything on that, actually.
Yeah, I was seeing it going around a few pages and stuff like that. But they're bringing back, I don't know what kind of Degrassi, because they've had so many different Degrassis. But HBO Max bringing back Degrassi. So they're doing another season of Degrassi on that.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yep. So they're doing that. There's I don't know which network is picking this up, but there's a reboot of a show called Firestarter. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't heard of that.
Alright, so there's a reboot on that. I don't know what that is. Netflix picked up a reboot of, I think they're going to make a TV series out of this. I think it was the movie. It was a Kung Fu movie that everybody talks about that's like ultraviolet and game changer, but I think it's called The Raid. So that's supposed to be a Netflix turned into reboot of that movie into a series. So that should be interesting. And the biggest one of this week, we got the trailer for the Bel-Air series. That's supposed to be dropping like right after the Super Bowl on Peacock.
Okay,
did you see the trailer?
I have not seen the trailer yet.
Alright, so I gotta send you the trailer to check out after this is over, because that trailer, so the teaser at first I wasn't too sure about, but when I saw the trailer, it gave me a different vibe, because I wasn't with, like, even though the cast looked like really nice and decked out and all black and stuff like that, it's an interesting kind of vibe when it comes to this Bel-Air trailer and stuff like that. It shifts narratives. It's more drama and more deep and less of the funny, so it's more serious on top of that. When I looked into the comments, it reminded me of something else that a lot of people are talking about, but I'll leave it for our conversation after I send you the trailer. But that's kind of the big reboot news talk of that, because that trailer dropped, and we finding out that that's going to drop in about like literally a month with the Super Bowl, that's obviously huge.
Yeah, that is huge.
Yeah, so that's it on my end of reboot news. And you said you didn't see anything?
No, I ain't seen anything, especially no Powerpuff news.
Bruh, I'm telling you, I was talking to Genya over the weekend, and it's bated breath. That they hear us all the time, and we've been talking about this a lot. This shit gonna pop up.
No, absolutely not.
Listen to us now. If anything of this reboot pop up on this nigga birthday, call this the ironic corner.
I'm throwing the whole episode away. If this thing pops up, I'm throwing the whole episode away.
That is hilarious, man.
It ain't getting published, y'all. If this thing show up, it ain't getting published.
So we'll see if any updates or any situations pop up with that.
Don't you do it, CW. So help me. Don't you do it.
CW looking over like, oh, you said something? I heard that.
There you go, folks, on another DC show or something, but don't do it.
Shit. As long as they stay away from my Peacemaker, shit. Shout outs to John Cena, man. That shit is fucking hilarious. That is going on the list. I'm literally already I'm trying to figure out how to do this opening dance. This shit is mad random. It's fucking, it's the best thing John Cena's ever done since wrestling, man. This shit's great.
Wow.
Shit's great. Shout outs to your work, man. This is the perfect kind of superhero you playing. This shit fucking hilarious. Awesome. She got me and Mama Dukes dying in the background, and she don't even know what the fuck going on. Shifting off into stock news. The only thing I got of stock news is what we didn't get to cover last week, is because the whole shit on on DraftKings sports betting. So like last week Saturday, they allowed the legalization of sports betting, so everybody started wilding out. Everybody started throwing their shits left, right, and center, putting bets on games, throwing that shit. I don't even know. I think you can do it through Robinhood or whatever shit you do doing X, Y, Z. Like niggas is throwing money. Everybody making jokes and shit like that. Niggas putting, what was it? There was one Instagram video I seen. Niggas put 10 bands on the trash team and thought he had the odds of winning, and nigga lost 10 bands and all shit. Like shit crazy.
That's definitely crazy. That is definitely crazy.
Yeah, man. Sports betting, especially around this time when Super Bowl right around the corner. Oh, niggas. Oh, there's a lot of money being thrown.
Yeah, they're about to do all that.
Oh, yep. You got any stock news?
No, I don't have any stock news.
All right, so.
My stocks have been, they're all right. They're there.
Yeah, literally. That's every week we gotta come back on this and saying nothing's looking like how it used to be fire when niggas was giving out them checks. When niggas was cutting them checks and niggas was putting half them checks into all them stock, shit was looking real nice. It's looking like it's a low ball now.
Yeah, man. Just like, shoot.
It ain't been a time like this since fucking Elon Musk went on SNL and ruined us. When the Musk struck, that's when the game was changed.
When the Musk struck,
the game was changed, man. Never came back from the Musk struck.
We sure did, man.
Shit crazy, man. We was looking at real nice shit, and then the Musk struck.
They sure did. Just sent it.
Facts. But yeah, that's us on stock news. Now let's get into the main portion. It's time for the main event. The main event segment, y'all. Third segment. We going with the heart. Coming back. Down with BMP. Black Morpher Power in this bitch. We are tackling today Power Rangers in Space, episode 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's kick it. All right, let me hit you with the history I got here. All right, so Power Rangers in Space, American TV series based off a Japanese TV series of Super Sentai. This is the end of the Zordon era. So this is season 6 of the Power Rangers series, 21st in the Sentai Denji Sentai Mega Ranger. This was 43 episodes, ran on Fox from February to November of 1998. Preceded Turbo, followed by Lost Galaxy after. Rangers in Space is a culmination story of Rangers facing pretty much all day big bads in space to finish off this Zordon era of battle stories. You got any history or notes on or fast facts yourself?
Yeah, one, the Sentai that this was based off of didn't have a lot of space action in it.
Yeah, so I heard they had to
quite a chunk on CGI and stuff to make this work.
Which, I mean, you gotta respect that, because a lot of footage was like pushed to the forefront and back and forth. So if they had to actually maneuver and figure out a good story to put together here, especially when this was the time where after Turbo, Power Rangers started to hit a major decline. Like that Turbo movie wasn't successful. That Turbo season wasn't good. So they're looking at like by space. We're talking about one of those eras where it was like a do or die. So they were about to end their mightiest, biggest connective tissue season, and also they were looking at if this season didn't do well, that's kind of the end of Power Rangers.
All right, let's talk about something. Let's have a little discussion before we go into this episode.
Let's go.
Because I got questions, man. I saw at the end that the end of Turbo, supposedly their powers disappeared, but what really happened to the Turbo powers?
They destroyed the command center and shit like that, so I guess shit went poof.
Yeah, I'm trying to wonder, I'm like, how? Yeah, and on top of that, what happened to the Zeo powers?
I've been asked. I don't understand. Z is an anomaly. I don't understand what keeps happening.
Because obviously those Rangers still have their powers, so why you just didn't call on them? Why y'all waiting in space?
Because they wanted to get rid of Justin.
And then you got Zordon were playing Z Alpha 95.
Yeah.
Like Sun State having stuff buried somewhere.
Oh, yeah. But there's a point where I'm about to say that there's a point in that episode that came up that I literally looked over at Kenya when I was like looking through the reviews and stuff like that. And I looked at my notes and I was like, oh, Zordon had this contingency plan, huh? Oh, Zordon hiding shit again, huh? Oh, I heard that.
Zordon got more contingency plans than Nick Fury, man.
See? The bullshit. Yo, listen, Casper. Stop all this bullshit.
Right. So, between Zeo and Turbo and now Space, there are so many questions here that need to be answered about how these powers transition and what's going on here.
That's why they had to hoggy-soggy this nigga out. They was sick of this shit. 6 seasons was enough of your bullshit. Goodbye.
The only good thing is they left that doggone Justin on Earth. Let his behind stay right there.
Boy.
Let his behind stay there.
That's another, when I talk about Turbo was having the shit end of the stick, the powers, the ending was depressing, the shift off, Turbo was the season that was the end of seeing anybody of the cast of the Mighty Morphin. By the end of Turbo, it's all new niggas. You don't have the regular crew from any following up, and this is straight up new niggas. And the crowd did not like new niggas.
Nope, not at all. Especially that blue.
Oh boy, they hated the movie, they hated the series, they probably hated the transfer of power. They was probably not ready for a black guy in the red suit, cause the space regulated that shit real fast.
Nah, TJ wasn't bad. It's just, you know what? He came in the wrong season.
Yeah, you're right.
That's all it was.
Okay.
we should have had a Zeo movie, not a Turbo movie next.
Yeah, we should have. I don't understand what was the concept of not doing a Zeo movie, especially how big they bigged up Zeo.
Right? We need explanations, damn it.
Yeah, I would like to talk to somebody head up at the office who, especially when I keep hearing about concepts and stuff like that, and Johnny Young Box talking about, would you have preferred a Zeo movie and shit like that? I feel like y'all niggas had shit in the works that y'all ain't telling us about.
Yes, we would have preferred the Zeo movie. Yes, very much so.
Yeah, the way how y'all niggas was making money, yeah, y'all would have preferred the Zeo movie. Y'all would have probably had Zeo gone longer.
Only redeeming part of that movie was Austin St. John.
Listen, when we review the movie, when we review the movie, just know all his scenes we're talking about with vivid detail.
On site.
Every minute of a choke. Every second.
Every choke.
Here's this angle of this choke. Here's this angle of that choke. Here's how he made his windpipe go.
Oh, man.
Every angle getting mentioned. We're gonna have fun on that shit.
Oh, definitely. Alright, so here we go with Power Rangers in Space Episode 1.
Out of Nowhere, Part 1.
So, we start this episode with my homegirl, Diva Tox, aka Viva La Diva.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Big hyped.
Big hype. Big hype. She is big hype.
I mean, she should be proud of herself. She handles shit that most of these niggas don't handle.
We're getting the recap of her and her squad busting through the power chamber.
One of the top 5 funniest moments ever that I've ever seen at the end of a Power Ranger series is when them niggas pulled up and not only watched the Turbo Rangers, there was a scene where one of them niggas went wild. He dropped his blaster. I think it was probably Justin. And the second he tried to pick that shit up, the Piranhatrons, one of them had a hammer, and the second this nigga dropped his blaster, you turned around, all you saw was them niggas, bing, 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 bing. They busted the shit out of his gun. Yo, they was like, I never want to see a gun again. They cracked the shit with, like, in precision of 3 seconds. I was dying.
Listen, I give it to Diva Taka. She was with it. She's like, yeah, I found y'all niggas.
Smoke. The second she found the command center, bombs, nuke it all. Bombs. She said I already had torpedoes. Send all the nukes.
Yep. Supposedly the turbo powers went poof.
Yep.
With no explanation of why they went poof.
Nope.
Right.
I guess the niggas lost their car keys. Bye.
As far as we know, Zoran's still alive, so...
Well, they snatched them up.
And Zordon made the turbo power, so why they go poof?
I guess because it's a wired connection. When he's not in the base, the connection isn't strong enough, so they lose their power. They had dial-up.
So at this point, we go to the recap. We got the recap. The rest of the Rangers decided to go into space with Alpha. Justin decided to stay. Thank you.
Bye. That was a complete fair decision. I feel like they had a vote and they said, yeah, sorry, kid. You're not doing it.
So at this point, we see space. And then we see the villains. We see Mondo and Queen Machina. We see Rita and Zed. We see Diva Tox. We see some Quantrons. We see Master Val.
Now think about this in the concept of like a Ranger fan who just hit this, and this is new episode, new content. You seen a dinner full of the baddest motherfuckers that ever walked through the Power Ranger series that you ever seen, all having a dinner party, and Diva Tox is raving about getting rid of the Rangers and shit like that. This shit is wild. You see all head niggas that you used to be afraid of.
Yep. Shout out to Louis Kaboom. I see you, homie.
Shit.
Yo, and then, so you see this dude walking around in a black hood.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rita and Divatox.
Yep. Are they not family?
I don't know if they're family.
I swear there was a conversation. I think it was probably in the movie at one point. Didn't they say they was like cousins or sisters or something?
I don't remember that. I don't know if they're related.
I could have swore there was like some conversation between them talking about that's my cousin or something like that. Like they were all connected for some reason.
It's definitely some history between Rita and Divatox. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely there.
Boom Studios, I know what y'all do. Y'all already did this with Astronomer and Divatox, so like y'all get on this too.
Yeah, so definitely just the way that they look at each other, yo, they just good job, because they made me feel like y'all really don't like each other.
Big facts. I mean, Rita tried to shoot her. Like Divatox was boasting about destroying the rages, and Rita couldn't believe it, and she said, "I'm fed up with this bullshit," and tried to zap her. But the moment she tried to zap her, someone in the background absorbed that shot.
Yes, they did. Yo, and I like when the big bad shows up, the big bad boss. And I love how Divatox kind of breaks the 4-4.
Yeah.
Saying, you used to look like my ex. I'm like...
Yep. I wrote that shit right down.
I'm like...
So, let's talk about this big bad. Cause, what the fuck is Dark Spectre? Like... there's a concept of one guy being the head of all villains.
We are not doing this. This is Malagor. I don't care what they call him in space. This is Malagor.
These niggas are cousins.
Not doing it.
These niggas are cousins. I don't know what's up with this lazy shit. This is probably by function of the reason why they had a leftover Malagor from the movie, and they was like, yo, we already spliced in new footage. We already made this nigga for the movie. We're just gonna use him again and call him the head bad of all bad because we had to do a whole ritual to summon him.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this bullshit? He looks like a monster of the week, and he's not even the words is not like matching up or nothing. Like, this doesn't feel like somebody that you're talking about. We're literally seeing a table full of the baddest motherfuckers in the planet. And you talking about this nigga is the head of all. Zed bows down to this nigga. The Machine Empire bows down to this. Divatox bows. He makes rankings for all these niggas. And he looks like a monster of the week that Finster just made.
Listen, they tried it. They tried to make us forget that Turbo Weave. Nah, son. Don't bring Malagor up in here and think people are supposed to like, oh yeah, that's a different person. We're not doing it.
Just because this nigga can speak does not give it an excuse. He is not. Y'all got to promise me and show me how he's the big bad. Y'all got to show me how he could, because this was not this first episode is not a good representation for him being the boss of all evil.
That's right, because you got washed already in the movie.
That's what I'm saying.
No, we're not doing this.
We got the masked person walking around scooping all the bullshit, and then while he's scooping, before we skip out on it, they play the Rangers in Space opening. But I like what they did with this opening visually. Now, the song is always pretty nice. It's not one of the tops, but the song's pretty nice. But visually, they were smart. They didn't show you certain scenes of the series. They kept it with the information of Divatox still being the main person in the first opening, because they were showing all the Divatox's stuff, and they were showing all the Rangers in a new fit, but they didn't show specifically one Ranger. So they was leaving out a certain amount of context that doesn't spoil shit. So I'm like, all right. So they worked hard on this one to show a certain kind of difference between episode 1 and episode 2. So I respect them on the way they wanted to do that opening. So we have that.
And hey, Morphin Grid is still here. Woohoo.
Yeah. So we hop right back into Dark Spectre arriving. He the ultimate of evil. He talking about they drain the Zordon of his energy. Zordon in the corner looking extra sad, getting drained alive. Oh, Casper ass. And then we got everybody doing a toast to Dark Spectre. Everybody drinking their blood wine. I don't know what the fuck that was. They look over to the corner and they see some nugget ain't drinking his drink. And the girl who absorbed the blast earlier is Astronomer. They welcome her as the new Queen of Evil, coming in with her purple stylish hair and shit.
Yeah.
And
can we talk about Astronomer for a second? Because the way they introduced her just came out like, oh yeah, I'm just badass. This what's up. This is me. I'm here. Rita and Divatox were not feeling that at all.
Nope. Even though Rita shot her with one of the strong blasts, and she grabbed it with the arm, and she was like, oh, that's all you got?
She's like, yeah.
See, that's how you show at least somebody with credibility around here. she took a blast from Rita like it was nothing. That's important.
Yes, well, they established her right away. Like, yeah, I'm that bitch. That's right.
That's who you established, not the motherfucker who's supposed to run this shit. He's the Godfather. Do something.
Okay, so then we go back to,
they're looking at the whoever the hell is in the hood.
Like, who's this dude?
Mm-hmm. And once again, they give Astronomer the big thing here because everybody asking who the fuck that is. Astronomer already figured out that's a spy. Respect.
We've been infiltrated.
Yup. And then, once again, this is a dinner full of the baddest motherfuckers that ever run the Power Ranger series. One nigga pull up on your dinner, y'all can't catch him for nothing?
Man, they had Quan trying to attack him. He out here working and whipping.
Everybody watching them while he whipping everybody ass. Darkspin is literally there.
That's what I'm saying.
Do something. And then somebody pulls up. I think, was it Goldar that pulled it off?
Zed attacked with his staff. Goldar ripped the robe off.
Oh, okay. And he pulled the robe off to reveal this is a fucking Red Ranger.
Yep.
A Ranger pulled up to the biggest dinner of villain history, and y'all niggas all mystified, and none of y'all jumping him.
Yep, you right. They're like, oh, Power Rangers. Like, he was like, oh, I thought I got rid of these motherfuckers.
I guess you missed that. I mean, the nigga look different than y'all ever seen it before, so I don't blame y'all. Niggas should have said, all right, you different. Where you from?
Yeah,
what Ranger system you hail from, nigga?
The way Astronomer looked at him, yo.
Shit. This nigga pulled out his spiral saber. Still, that's a fire sword. Always respect to that. Fire to the spiral saber. This nigga called his glider, hopped on that bitch, embarrassed these niggas, and rode away. And I'm like, How y'all let this nigga escape? How y'all let this nigga pull up, disrespect y'all, come to y'all house, and dip out? Find out y'all information, because y'all was keeping this on the low, how y'all was doing Zordon, and then this nigga dip. And then, worst part about it is, Darkspector tried to do something. Blew fire at the nigga. It looked like all he did was maximize his turbo jets.
Listen, I don't know how Malagor didn't catch him. I'm not calling him Darkspector. What we not going to do here is call this man something else when we know who he is.
Oh my god, this is trash. That man is trash. How the first arrival y'all show, not only do you disrespect the entire court of villains, because all of these niggas looking weak. Every one of y'all looking extra weak. Astronomer new here, so I'm gonna give her a slide because she figured out all the shit. She looking mighty different, but motherfucker, all y'all, especially Dark Malachor, all y'all niggas looking trash. And then this nigga got away, and this nigga got the audacity to be like, oh no, he got away. He got our secrets. You know what? Cause Rita and Divatox started arguing and trying to figure out who should go after her. And he was like, Astronomer, you take the Dark Fortress. You go chase him. Y'all niggas not more stressed than this?
Yo, this whole scene made y'all look like a bunch of losers, yo.
Everybody's a jobber. Every villain's a jobber now. Every villain jobbed out. Out. To one Ranger.
They all on Dark.
One Ranger. Oh yeah. They're on Dark Elevation. They doing house shows. They never seen, what the fuck? What in the absolute fuck? Guys, y'all should have been raging war. There was a Power Ranger in your house. Y'all all together. Do y'all know what a fortress of all of y'all niggas in one building should be doing? Should be able to do?
Y'all telling me y'all got all these powers, y'all can't catch one?
Y'all niggas destroyed multiple command centers on you separate. Y'all all together. The baddest of bad is supposed to be here. He should have grabbed that nigga and said, oh, where you think you're going? He should, this episode should have already been a start of Zordon getting snatched and a Ranger getting snatched, and niggas had to go save them with the utmost of respect on their lives.
You telling me ain't nobody think to yank him off that glider and just put the smoke on him?
He was close enough for you to blow breath. You could grab the nigga.
Yo, he's supposed to get murked. I'm sorry.
Yes. I don't care if you're trying to sell that this is a new Ranger and he's super strong and stuff like that. He ain't do much. He had a spiral saber and he had a hang glider for space. He was riding the space waves. Nigga, come on. Darkspector, you could have chased him yourself. Why are you sending other people? You the big bad. Grab him. Show him why you the big bad. What's wrong with you?
Malagor, you looking terrible right now, son.
Trash.
Terrible.
Trash.
Awful. So the next scene we get is the Rangers in space.
Yep, literally. Yep.
So they're in the ship and they're in space and like, oh shit, we in space.
Yep. And they were on their way to Eltar, ideally, because that was what was the mention. And Alpha's speech chip is super damaged.
So they don't understand nothing that Alpha is saying.
Nope. She said, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Exactly, Alpha, what you said.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about, bruh. Nothing. I understand. No comprehende. No.
Not one bit. And then in the midst of them flying off, spaceship was right by them, and they came, and they pulled them into the rocket, made them dock and shit inside this random spaceship, which was, I mean, funny thing is, okay, so we got this random spaceship in space, and they absorb their spaceship, but their docking bay was perfectly aligned to fit in their spaceship. Like, it was just mad funny how this random spaceship in space absorbed their ship, and it was like a perfect fit.
Yeah, so TJ was first like, yo, you about to crash into us. Veer away.
Niggas gobbled y'all up.
Shit was like, open sesame, mom.
Nigga said, what? Nigga said, oh, y'all thought we was trying to dodge y'all. No, we're trying to eat y'all.
So now they on this other ship, and they like, where we at, son? Where we at? Mm-hmm. And this one is Zordon's BS. Zordon on his BS again. Mm-hmm. He sent this and they tell us again.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, he good for that.
100%. They was on stealth to find out what's going down. While they walking in, they find out the name of this place is called the Astro Mega Ship, and something called the DECA is watching them. Deca, and it's watching them very closely.
Yes, it is. And it's like, yo, I'm watching you.
Yeah. If they had the trademark, they should have played that Michael Jackson mix on that. We feel like somebody's watching me.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what that scene was the whole time. All you see is a cut back of Deca always watching these motherfuckers.
Yeah, so they're exploring all over the ship. They got free reign of the ship because they ain't nobody here.
Yep. And I found an early addition to a shit that I saw later in Spy Kids. They found that food creator machine. They put in that order, and it pops up with any food you could have ever wanted, and that got them into figuring out that somebody else was on the ship, because they looked around and saw a plate of spaghetti that was fresh.
That was some awful looking spaghetti. I'm just saying.
On top of that, it's just so whoever's on the ship knows American Italian cuisine.
Bad American Italian cuisine.
I guess so, because this so they probably something of a human. I'm guessing that was weird content, but yeah.
So at this point, they finally make their way to the bridge. Mm-hmm. And so we see the main bridge, and they're looking around.
Yep.
Like, okay, it's the bridge of the ship. Ain't nobody here. We got a whole ship, y'all.
Actually, it look like it's all to our control. Meanwhile, Red Ranger heading back to the ship, but Space Soldier's on his ass.
Mm-hmm. They coming for him.
He's wave surfing through the space and shit like that. Yo, I said these graphics is definitely an era, because man, this nigga floating through space look like the funniest shit ever.
The CGI, bad CGI. Oh,
good God, this nigga's in the front of the illest green screen, not moving 1 inch.
Mm-hmm.
But them, the Quantrons is on his ass. The Quantrons is definitely on his ass. And them, this shit look like that scene of in Star Wars, like Episode 4 when they was on Luke's ass from the TIE Fighters and Darth Vader. They was on his ass about to shoot the nigga down.
Yeah, man. These whole scenes just cringe.
Yeah. It's by a bygone era. So I'm gonna let them rock with that, but that shit's still looking funny.
Yeah. He's like, yeah. So he watched the Quantrons, and then he's like, yeah, let me go back to my ship.
Facts. He went back to the ship and he looked around and saw niggas out here touching his buttons and shit, and he said, nah, I want smoke. But he started stepping back to prepare himself, and then he saw 2 niggas here. Then he stepped back, he saw 2 niggas in the back, and they all tried to control him. He like, nope.
He turned around. He's like, hold up. They got a robot? Nah, son.
Can we talk about the funniest shit where he stepped back and pushed buttons to lock one door only to run past a door that wasn't locked?
So I'm like, nah, what y'all doing here?
This nigga locked one door and kept the other door open so they could chase him. Like, bro, what are you doing?
He saw Carlos and Ashley. He's like, nah, y'all got me effed up, son. TJ with the barrel roll under the door.
Boy.
And all 4 of them now at this point chase him. They on him.
Nah, man.
Then come back here, son. Where you at? We need powers.
And then when they trying to pull up on him, then we get that obligatory Ranger versus other former Rangers type fight. They was out of their powers because they ain't got no powers. So they fighting, and he trying to swing on them. But in the midst of him trying to fight, we got Astronomer pulling up with the Dark Fortress on their ass and shooting down the ship. So they got to focus on that.
Yep, he's like, oh man, I can't deal with y'all right now. Y'all stay here.
Facts.
Let me go deal with the lady, the purple hair.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, let's go. So they all locked in at this point.
Yep.
And our friend, the red person, because we don't even know what he's a space ranger at this point.
Nope.
He out there trying to deal with Astronomer and her goon because she coming for the smoke.
Yeah, she's shooting specific parts of the ship that's starting to falter. So they're in the engine room, and a shot from Astronomer kind of like shifted off shit in the engine room.
Mm-hmm.
So the turbo team decides to work to fix that ish back together in the engine room. And like Red sees off one of the cameras of Deca, and Red realizes they're good people.
Yeah, he's like, oh, so they really was trying to help.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I shouldn't have locked him down there.
Right, I'm about to unlock the doors.
Right.
But then in the midst of that shit, like all the messes, like Astronomer was on that ass, like Malachor should have been doing, and it pushed the ship.
He called him Malachor.
Yeah, it pushed the ship right on planet, and they got stuck on planet. So Astronomer got them right where she need them to be.
All right, so now we on the planet.
Yeah, whatever planet this is.
Yeah, we're gonna call it Planet Dust.
Yeah, Dust Mite. Dust Mite ass. So after they kind of get stuck on the planet, Red decides to go talk to the intruders, but also the enemies is coming.
Yep, so they go outside.
Go outside.
Run into battle.
They gone outside, which once again confused me, because once again, we're in space. Niggas got no powers. We're on a random planet. We got oxygen over here. Nobody gonna question
Right?
them.
That's a good question, right?
Like I get why the red man is in a suit and he just fine, but you ain't got no powers. Y'all just walking out here with tattered clothes out here in this air. Y'all not dying?
Right, I'm like, did Deca check to see if this planet was safe for breathing?
Nobody said nothing, so y'all niggas was gun a hole. It would have been a darker series if y'all just went out there and y'all head went pop.
Right, maybe Alpha was trying to tell them and they couldn't understand them. I don't know, man.
True. The fuck?
So they all outside going to scrap with the Quantrons, and that's
only
when we end the
one.
episode.
Quantrons. Yeah. I literally just said the planet got air apparently, and they're ready to fight. So yeah, that's the next time preview rolls and stuff like that. And then they have the regular outro with. I always like the good touch of this because we all know that Power Rangers is a silly series, so it's kind of really a good joy that we at the end of the episode they put in bloopers, and that's a good touch.
Yes, I always like those bloopers at the end of the show.
Exactly. I like that shit where people don't got to be so serious in this mostly silly ass series and shit like that. So just seeing them just trying to do shit and put shit together, it's a nice touch. I feel like they should have always continued that. Yeah,
that was always one of the things that I liked, that they always didn't take themselves too seriously.
Exactly.
So when they had the funniness at the end, it's like, okay.
Yep.
All right, let's
Hey man, the people just in scenes and you kind of get them out of that shit, so that's pretty nice. So I said, for my final thoughts, after a downturn of events in the last season, the start of both epic to see all the villains winning and weird to see them kind of really weak, not being able to handle like one new ranger, but to see Rangers on the run and a new setting makes for an interesting start. We kind of seen it prior, but this one is really they shit out of luck. You can continue to see where they're gonna go to handle this, but that's about as far as that is. If you were a fan of these villains, man, you punch in the air. That's all I know. If you was a fan, you was like, what happened to all my niggas that was strong?
So this started off okay, not bad.
Yeah.
Better than Turbo. But man, if you was a Mighty Morphin fan, you saw all this, you like, this is the bullshit.
Remember when our biggest problem was Rita, and then it turned to Zed, and you thought this was getting better, and then they lowballed Zed? Man, they started lowballing everybody. Remember how Zed used to shit his pants over the Machine Empire? Now they just clinking drinks.
Man, we talked about the nerfing of Zed, and man, if this don't...
This nerfed everybody!
They took it to 10 and just said, yeah, we just gonna clip everybody here.
Bro, it's so bad. They nerfed so hard that they nerfed the nigga that was supposed to be the strongest out of all of them. How do you introduce a nigga and make him one of the weakest ones?
Man, listen, man. Once I saw Battle, I was like, man, listen, I see where this is going to go. This is like, I'm like, you already got more shit in the movie. Why are you back?
The mere fact that he is a giant monster just imaged out into space that's just floating there, and he's not even like you think at least this nigga was strong enough to keep himself into a human form so he could talk to these niggas. Just staying in regular, big ass monster form makes you look like you a freak of the week. You just some regular nigga that they can blow up with a Megazord.
Well, we know where they cut the corners at.
Yes, they cut the corners at the big bad because all their money went to Astronomer.
In the CGI.
Yeah, as strong as they, boy. They paid hot money for that green screen. One green screen.
You know they did.
Nigga said, how much for the screen? God damn.
Like,
you gonna stand still, nigga.
Like, we got this. Yeah, bring me out to go ahead because we ain't got no money for nobody else.
Nigga said, we spent how much on that movie and we getting how much back? Bring Melicor. We can't do nothing.
Like, bring all the turbo assets.
We sacrifice something and then we got to do this.
Like, you lucky we got money for new suits. Otherwise, we'd have brought the turbo suits back. Listen.
Oh my god. Nigga said we went out to... Nah, fuck that. If they were smart, they was like, we went out into the distance and somehow we found more Zeo crystals. We're bringing Zeo back, y'all. Zeo! This is the final season of the era anyway, and that's the only powers that... I mean, I don't know where the fuck these went. So, there you go. Crystals.
Oh no, that means Austin James Jones will come for us again.
Nigga said I could come back? Nope. Son of a bitch.
Said Jason David Frank gonna be this? Sign me up.
Nope. They said, nope, we replace him with this black guy.
Damn. I want to yoke him up again. Shoot.
Nigga said, y'all replace him with someone already? Alright. Who is it? Some black guy? He good enough. He said, I don't think he good enough. What is he, is the fourth red in the series? I don't know. Y'all doing big things. I want to switch it to a black guy? I don't know. Remember, we used to be the blackest Black Ranger. Remember that, guys?
Right. So here we go with
episode 2.
Episode 2 from Out of Nowhere Part 2. Mm-hmm. So the episode starts with a recap of the last episode.
Yup.
And the events that have gone down.
Mm-hmm.
So we get all that stuff that we just talked about. So we're not going to talk about it again.
Nope.
So now we see them on the dust planet scrapping with the Quantrons.
And they all getting fucking smacked. Except for Red.
Right?
Because, I mean, he's suited and booted. All y'all niggas is in tattered clothes. They trying to fight with, like, jeans falling down to they fucking kneecaps. Like, bro, they gonna get their ass kicked by these fucking metallic monsters from space.
Yeah, because considering they ain't got no powers, Red, what's going on, son? Because they kind of keeping up with you. What's up?
Which still makes no sense. So if you can send putty niggas to smack up Red, how is all of these... That just makes it worse. That just... low-key, we just keep lowballing our favorite villains here.
These villains is just getting disrespected so much.
Bro, how you sending putty niggas that can handle this Red nigga? How could Malachor? That's it. I'm just gonna stop it there. How could Malachor? Like, what's going on? Y'all got putty niggas, but you can't grab them?
And then next we get our intro to 5, 4,
yes.
3, 2, 1. Rangers in space.
And this, now, smartly enough, this is the second episode. They changed everything. So we're seeing Astronomer. We're seeing all the villains that come with her. We're seeing the Red Ranger and all his full. Like, everybody's added to the cast now.
We got a little preview of Ecliptor.
Yes. Top quality there. But yes, that's a nice touch. They go down
in space.
Yep. And then we finish off we pretty much finish off the fight for the most part. Everybody's handled with the Quantrons, and the first thing we pretty much see is the Red Ranger finally powered down, and we find out who this nigga is.
They should just call us Power Rangers. Get wrecked.
Pretty much. Shit. So the Red Ranger powers down. They obviously go to him and they said, dude look type human. And then he's the dude who introduces himself pretty much as Andros. He basically says there's humans on other alien planets. I think he means like human-like creatures, because I don't know if he specifically means humans. Like, did we send out humans? Was there any news blast that we sent out humans to different planets?
Man, that could have been Zoran plan number 835.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, who did you snatch up at? Or did you know what?
Remember, teenagers with attitude.
Yeah, this nigga was probably on a different planet. It was like, yo, give me some teenagers from Attitude from Earth and bring them all the way over. Zoran, we don't even know if they can breathe. I don't care. Bring them here. And then he started snatching niggas from Earth and started taking them into different different planets like they were fucking trading cards.
You know what Zordon is about?
Yeah. Interplanetary fucking labor laws. Nigga said so. He's an alien from the planet KR-35.
Yeah, so that's a colony, and I don't know if Zordon set that colony up. I wouldn't be surprised.
Sound like a Zordon problem.
Mm-hmm.
So all that's going down. Ashley trying to get herself some. That's her whole focus. She looked at that nigga. She said, "Shoot, listen here, big boy." Andros introduced himself. Yo, this part made me laugh because it was low. I know they was probably not trying to make this shit seem bad racist, but TJ puts out his hand for a handshake. And this nigga, Andros, jumps back with the quickest. I'm like, dog, come on, man.
Right, and TJ, like, you know what?
I expect this
bullshit on Earth.
Nigga, you Zeo 35. What you doing, bro? Bro, you see aliens every day and you got a problem with black skin? Come on, man.
What's Zordon been telling y'all?
Dead ass. What Casper been telling your ass? He was mighty white in that Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie. Mm-hmm. This nigga didn't want no color in his system. He blue in the series, but he mighty white when the money come in. Why? Mm-hmm. Heard that. Heard that, nigga.
So, oh man. So at this point, Andros is trying to fix various parts of the ship.
Yeah, and Decker and Carlos is working together on Alpha's repairs and ship repairs just in general.
Right? And they're talking to him like, yo, we was Power Rangers. You know, we ain't got no powers no more, supposedly. And we trying to go find Zordon. You trying to find Zordon. So we should team up. Andros ain't trying to hear none of that.
Andros leaked the tea on what's happening with Zordon because he was there at the big villain banquet and shit like that. But he was acting mad weird. I don't know, his social skills is out the window or something, or he never had to deal with some motherfuckers before, but the nigga was acting extra weird. And then he was talking about the ideals between planetary ranges and space ranges. Talking about, he was like, y'all from Earth, which I know about space. I've been all over space. Fuck what you mean?
He was like, listen, you planetary ranges need to stay in your lane.
Yeah, stay on your planet. One planet. I'm on multiple. Get on my level.
Right? He's like, I'm out here in space, son. Y'all out there chilling in Angel Grove, son. Nah, go back to Angel Grove. We ain't with y'all.
Yeah, nigga, send back. Y'all ain't got the experience like I do.
Right?
And then they fix Alpha's voice chip back so Alpha can speak now.
Yeah, Angel's hooked him up with a little voice. He's like, listen, I can't fix your voice chip, but listen, I can give you a little voice up.
Shit, Alpha said this one fine.
He's like, I work with this. He's like, yo, I'm back.
Oh my, no. No. Take that chip out and throw that shit across the room. Yo, fuck out of here. Yeah. We're not doing that again.
He's like, Alpha 6 is back in the building.
What? Obi. Like, she's straight to trash.
Right, like, what happened to Demetria? What's going on?
Whoop! Buckets, gone, trash. Nope. Nigga said, nope, we didn't. He's like, yeah, I couldn't find the voice chip. I don't know what happened. OD Family Guy cutaway. Stop. Nope. We ain't doing that again. They said that definitely didn't work. No, he like that at all.
I'm going to contact Justin.
Stop. Andros is gonna be like, I don't know what a Justin is, but that don't sound right.
Oh man.
So Andros is trying to help them back to Earth, get all the fixes going down. Ashley trying to connect with Andros because she like, I'm trying to make this my Superman alien boo.
Right.
The Astro Megaship is doing all that stuff, trying to fix shit up.
Listen, Ashley trying to add him to the roster. Listen.
Oh, big time. She's like, I heard. She heard all the mix and mingling of all the Ranger shit going down, and she like, I'm trying to give me one.
Right. And so they trying to convince him like, nah, I'm still send you back to Earth. Nah, you gotta go back to Earth.
Yeah. He said, I'm not hearing nothing. Y'all going home.
I'm gonna fix y'all ship, give y'all enough stuff so y'all can get back to Earth.
Yeah,
y'all my ship.
Leave my ship.
Right? Take Alpha 6 with y'all.
Facts. That's a contact right there. So the Astro Megaship leaves the Turbo team with a good ship of supplies and stuff like that. And after nigga haul off, they're like, where the fuck Alpha?
Look around. And they ain't got no time to worry about Alpha because guess who's back?
Yeah. Astronomer was like, oh shit. Shit, you made a mistake there. And Quantron's returned, they said, no Andros? No problem. they said, guess who getting their ass beat?
Yeah. Astronomer's like, oh, you got me fucked listen, I'm back. You thought it was over? Nah, son.
Nigga, we was waiting for that shit to pull off.
Ambush City, let's go.
Who problem it is now? Now, Andros trying to fly through the cosmos and bullshit, and then out of nowhere, Alpha pull up trying to talk to Andros.
Yo, Andros, you making a mistake.
No! Cut this shit out. This nigga would have turned around. This nigga would have let Alpha out the airlock. Yo, no. He said, Alpha, come with me. Come with me for a second. You want to have a private chat? Come over here. Is that the airlock? Yep. Yo, no.
Oh, man.
Bye-bye.
Oh, man.
Shit.
So Alpha basically tells him that he should reconsider.
Yeah. He decided to think about it. Decided to pull around. He decided to turn around. Head back.
Right? And funny, the last person that popped up was Ashley. He's like, oh, yeah, I need to go back and get her.
Nigga said, you know what?
That could turn the ship around.
This nigga said, I never had herb booty. All right, let me go back. Let me see what them herb chicks like. Turn around. Right. I had a lot of space booty in my life.
And we see Alpha in the corner like, yo,
no! Cut that shit out. Nigga said, if the ship landed, I guarantee you if Alpha had that voice, Alpha was landing before the ship. Be like, OD drop. Ow! Why you do that, yo?
That's
shit. So Astronomer pulled up on them, and the Quantrons kicked their asses and held them down so Astronomer can interrogate them, but then plans to blow them up. Basically, Astronomer interrogates them. They ain't trying to give up nothing. Astronomer like, oh, alright, so you about to learn today. And she went back in the ship, and she just instantly tried the really big bang catastrophe their ass.
Can we talk about how she rolled up on Cassie? And Cassie was like, nah, son, you not getting, I ain't telling you nothing. Nah, you look too much like Diva Top. We gonna scrap. I owe you one.
She said, I look like, oh, you know what? That's why I'm about to nuke y'all. See, she doing shit that fucking Malachor should have been doing. Talking about you unleashing nukes. That's what the nigga should have been doing.
Yeah, Cassie was here for the role. She's like, yo, let me go. Yo, you lucky this Quantron got me, son. That's why be on the floor scrapping. What's up?
God.
Yeah, and Shama's like, well, I have no use for you. She's like, yo, Quantron destroyed them.
Yep, and right before they could get blow up and boomed on, Andros came back right in time for the save.
Right? He's like, he came back, pew, pew, pew. Because the little wormhole was opening up and she was about to pew them.
So after he saves them, this next scene I have a big ass question. So he gives them Morphers. Okay, so what happened to was there a team before this? There had to be a team before this. Because how does he have Morphers?
It's never explained in the series that there was a prior team.
That's what I'm saying. So how does he have Morphers? What was this for? Who was supposed to be the other people?
Remember, Zordon Fury.
Yeah, I know. Contingency plan and all this other shit, but so he told Andros, one day, you got 5 Morphers. One, you gonna be the red leader out there. You gonna ride through space, and Zordon never said you gonna one day meet about 4 people, and you gonna have the exact amount of Morphers to fit out this whole team. Because he didn't count 4 people on the ship and figure, oh, this must be the plan that Zordon was talking about. It's exactly the right amount of people for the right amount of Morphers that you have.
Now, you know Zordon talks in riddles. So, you know he probably told Andros some nonsense.
This contingency plan is some bullshit.
You know Zordon wasn't letting that kid off the planet because, he ain't a teenager with attitude. So, he wasn't coming off the planet. He wasn't coming off the planet.
Nigga said, I don't know what you are.
In fact, and he was like, that was Demetrius' decision. That wasn't my decision. Listen, I said teenagers with attitude. Demetrius want to add this little baby in here, and I don't know what's going on. I ain't know nothing about that.
Shit. So that's a question for a long time with the whole Morphin situation. This nigga contingency backup bullshit plan. But away from all that, the sequence to transform is actually fire. Pushing in the buttons and the digital breakdown and how they get all their machines and the knowledge flowing through them and shit like that. That shit fire. Another great morphing sequence. That shit great.
Yep, they got weapons now. They finally got suits and weapons.
Yup, and they knew how to call them and everything, so they called out their weapon and they did the obligatory Ranger transformation for the first time and they beat the putty ass. Them Quantron's asses was getting whooped with the new weapon.
We got astro axes and satellite stunners and lunar lances and all kind of good stuff.
All kinds of alliterations with space names.
And after the Quantron started to get washed, they ran away.
Yup.
Nah, come back here. Don't run.
Mm-hmm.
Come back and get the smoke.
Yeah, but as they was moving on, the spaceships chasing their ass. Look at what it looked like through the dimensions.
Oh yeah, we ain't forget about the Dark Fortress.
The Dark Fortress was right there.
Oh no, we not doing this.
Nope.
Pew pew pew. Like run for your lives, bitches. And then they're like, oh shoot, we kind of pinned here. We better get back to the ship because it's a lot of them. They got mad firepower.
Yep, they're taking the Astro Mega ship out of here. And we got the ship fight. They start the ship fight blast between the Astro and the Dark Fortress.
Yeah, but then Alpha talking about I unlocked some stuff.
Nigga, this contingency plan still gets added up with some bullshit. Alpha put like 2 things together with a box and was like, "Hey, I created the code for the Megazord." What?
He's like, I unlocked the code. I cracked the code. Yeah, Zordon made plans for the Astro Mega ship, and your spaceship to form together to form the Astro Megazord. Like,
so Zordon,
like, excuse me?
Hold on, time out. So Zordon planned for them to take an Earth spaceship into space and them collide with the Astro Mega ship to form a perfect connection that is good enough for them to make a Megazord out of it. Bullshit.
Listen, either Zordon had an inside man or Zordon playing both sides. I don't know what's going on.
Alpha's the inside man. That's the bullshit.
Yo.
No. No. Listen. No.
Hey, shout outs to Alpha. Yo, he could be coming in clutch.
Oh my god, this. Coming in clutch, true. But this is that bullshit contingency plan. It's literally the Deus Ex Machina Megazord. So I don't know. And then they trying to transform, and they already broken the cardinal sin rule number 1. The Megazord transforming, and these niggas shooting. They shoot while they're transforming, but that shit ain't working.
But no, it looks like they somewhat show that they have shields. So at least they finally showed why none of the monsters have blown them up while they were transforming the Megazord. Because I always wondered, like, yo, you guys are wide open. Why don't they just blow you guys up while you're transforming the Megazord?
What was hilarious that Kenya pointed out to me where we was watching this shit was, in the midst of the monsters destroying and shooting all the blasts to destroy them, astronomers in the ship talking about, you're good at surviving, and that's a good Megazord. And then she yells out, destroys them. And me and Kenya looking at each other, we like, that's exactly what they doing. Why are you yelling at them to go destroy?
Well,
you think they paused?
She was impressed. She was like, that was impressive. Destroy them!
Nigga, that was already shooting! Why you yelling? I would have been one of them snipey workers over there. I would have turned around. I would have probably gotten killed after this. But I would have turned around. I said, miss, we're already shooting.
So they do better, and she would have threw them out the airlock.
Yeah, but I would have been like, miss, we hit them with the big blast. Why would we hold back? You said destroy them originally, so why you saying destroy them again? And then you would see me floating through space.
Because y'all don't listen.
I heard you the first time. We still shooting. We can't change our shoots. We still shooting them with everything we got. I don't know what you want, miss. We trying.
Right, so they bust out the Astro Mega ship with this sword. Mm-hmm. And they proceed to slice and dice.
With the ease, they dusted that shit. And, Kenya looked over. She said that's too easy. For something called a Dark Fortress, sent out there with all the shit, that shit was too easy. One cut, done.
So, the question is, what happened to Astronomer? Where'd she go?
Yeah.
Was she on the fortress? Did she?
I guess not, even though the image was her in the fortress. I guess she astro projected herself over there.
Alright, so then next we get some more CGI of the ship flying through space. And then we get the Rangers on the ship.
New clothes with the color coordinations.
Yep. So we got them in the spacesuits. Mm-hmm. And then they're talking about, hey, the ship needs more repairs before we can go to find Zordon. I said, they're like, okay, let's go to Earth.
Yo, this shit had me dying. Alpha big flex the fuck out of Deca. Deca was like, I don't think I got the right coordinates exactly to find Earth. Alpha pushed 2 buttons, was like, I got it. I know Deca was like, you rusty bitch.
Alpha was like, yo, Deca, I know the way. I got this. Let me
Deca was like, shut the fuck up. You rusty, tin can, fake ass, wannabe rapping ass, disco Tekken, disco destructo, disc ass, bitch ass. Nah. Deca was big man. I know Deca got flexed on. Deca was in the back like, I said we didn't have the right coordinates, bitch.
He's like, yo, let Demetria know I'm on the way. Yo, Demetria, I'm coming home with the squad.
Listen here, UFO ass. Fucking phone home ET bitch ass not connected to the ship. Listen here, forehead disc, frisbee looking ass, college ass nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Oh man.
Shit.
Okay.
And then they plot a course to Earth and astronomer on their ass somehow.
Oh, let's talk about this. All right, so they're headed back to Earth. Yeah. So what y'all gonna do is bring all the evil back to this Earth. After the whole evil done washed y'all originally and took your powers. You ain't got no command center.
They went to leave Earth to be safe and go save Zordon so they can all handle this shit out in space. Earth breathed a sigh of relief for 5 seconds. Then these niggas go back to Earth, bring a whole bunch of new situations, and they're like, all right, we got to talk about these Rangers because they got to get the fuck up out of here now. The government sitting there like, all right, I thought y'all said y'all was taking this to space and leaving us alone. Why you brought it back? Why y'all brought new niggas here? Who are these aliens? Why they here? Why? I thought y'all loved us.
They gonna let they gonna talk. Like, okay, we're gonna let our robot representative talk to you. He's like, yo, Mr. President, listen, this is what happened. They changed us here.
College ass nigga. Go away! Wannabe rapper! Go away!
He's like, we gonna need some of the government funds.
Listen here, welfare disc. Go away!
So at the end of the episode, we get Astronomer saying, okay, yeah, I'm coming to Earth. All right, bet.
That's it. And they go straight to pull up. And we got the next episode previews, and then we got them bloopers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So my final thoughts of the episode. This is a weaker episode by default because all the interesting shits was happening in the first episode. Kind of basic, get the powers and chase the Rangers kind of situation. But the interest is there in the goal of getting back Zordon, which you got to find out how the hell that is going to happen, especially when they heading back to Earth, bringing problems to Earth and all the bullshit. But so far now, we're getting to regular story habits, so continue to see how this goes, but not, like, crazy exciting. It's all been, like, kind of okay stuff for me on the most part. So you just kind of continue, because this is just how the season's going to lay out. Like, you got to kind of bring back... After Turbo started, the low ball stuff, you kind of have to use these episodes to try and lever fan interest to get back into Power Rangers so they don't cancel the motherfucker. So
yeah, so this was just us setting up for the season. The second episode served this purpose. It did a good job of saying, hey, here's our big bad, Astronomer. We're going back to Earth because, you know, that's the right thing to do. Yeah. And then we're just going to bring, Astronomer, she's going to come, but we'll deal with her later.
Yep.
We got Alpha 6. We good.
As long as yo, disc ass, we good.
Right? They're gonna be on the ship, you know, like you're gonna hear the sentence going off like, yo, Decker, what is that?
Stay in the back!
Like, oh, Astronomer has returned. Yo, I'm off the ship. I'm out. I'm going to find Justin.
You right. Come get Justin and come on the ship with that same voice box. Oh, what's that? Airlock? Bye, y'all.
He's like, nope, I'm not doing it. Not again.
Shit. We gonna pull the blasters out on y'all. Alright. Y'all either going out the airlock or I'm frying your shit. Shit.
Oh, man.
So that closes the... Oh, sorry. Go with your final thoughts.
Oh, no. I said my final thoughts. This was a good episode. I would say, is it worth the watch? Yes. Yo, go watch it.
No. Shit. But yeah, I mean, we both recommend to continue on. This is supposed to be the epic culmination, so I follow up.
Yeah, good stuff.
It gets better. At least
it does.
We can promise it'll get better. This is just the starting, and they gotta put shit together. But it's one of the good seasons, y'all. It's one of the good seasons.
Yep, it's definitely worth the watch.
Yeah. So. Alright, so we closing this book on Danwit BMP Black Morpher Power on this week to show off a preview recommended by my co-host. For next week, we doing a shot of Kurosake, the anime review. And on the anime review, we will be doing the classic Digimon Original Series, Episode 1 and 2.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into Digimon. That's going to be interesting. Facts. So, co-host, we're not going to add a yo moment of the week?
All right. So here, since you want to talk about it here, yo, happy fucking birthday to my co-host, because we after 12. You already know what it is. Hey, birthday boy, we on this shit. When I told you when the podcast started, it was the almost time. Now it's official. Yo.
Birthday shot.
It's the birthday. Birthday shot. Pour that shit out. That shit hitting, bro. Take a shot. Take an extra shot for your co-host.
There we go. I took one for my co-host.
There we go.
Woo.
Bless up. We're going to enjoy this weekend. We're going to fight the cold and we're going to enjoy the fucking weekend.
Yes, we're going to fight the cold and we're going to enjoy this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to talk more about this hotel and all this maneuvers and all this shit we trying to do because, man, niggas about to get bug wild. Fuck the cold.
Yeah, fuck this cold, man.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy ourselves, man. All the money I done spent this week, that's going to be a bless. That part's going to be a bless. When we go out and celebrate, that's going to be the important part. You enjoying your necklace?
Yes, I actually tried it on today. Yes, I am.
Good.
Yeah.
So I had to, we can flex out with our anime necklaces and shit like that. So I'm happy you got your gift.
Yeah, we're going to be like, yo, Winter, you're not going to stop us this weekend. You're not going to stop us.
Nigga, I'm about to find a Frisbee and chuck that shit this weekend. Am I high state of bullshit? Yo, best believe I'm about to find a Frisbee. Think that shit is out for yo, go.
Oh, listen, Saturday's going to be interesting as fuck.
This definitely going to be fun. But on that thing, we gonna put our handles out. So we got an email set up for y'all, blerdbynature@gmail.com, Facebook and Instagram at Blerd By Nature, Twitter at Blerd By Nature, and 8TURE, YouTube at Blerd By Nature Podcast. The episodes will be dropping usually after the podcast episodes drop up. So be on hold on all of that, all the platforms you can listen to, all that. Check us all out.
Yeah, man. And let's see, I think we covered everything.
Any last bit of news or anything before I hit this outro?
Yo, hit us with the outro.
Oh my god. Fuck this disc ass nigga. Thanks for joining us today from Black Thought to Nerd Power. This is Nicholas, Mr. Go With The Flow.
And this is the man with the plan, Maurice.
And this was another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. Happy birthday again, co-host Big Bless. We're gonna turn up much mess all around because we about to have fun.
Yes. Thank you, co-host. And thank you, everyone, as always, for listening.
Facts.
And until next time, yo. Peace.
Sick of y'all. We out of here. Peace.